Okay, hello. Right. Living the mom life, not doing a whole lot. Um, just being a mom, waiting for my daughter to get out of school. Today is early release day, so what else is there to do? Right? Okay. So, um, let's talk about my what like, the expenses of living in an RV used to be versus now. Okay. Like I started this journey I bought my very first RV in 2018, but I didn't reconstruct it and do whatever I was going to do with it. So I sold it again. Then I moved to Hawaii. From Hawaii, I moved back to Florida and I purchased a, my real very first RV that was livable, that I could live in and do whatever. Okay, so when I did that, it was me and my daughter, and it was in Daytona, and it wasn't far from where I worked at. I worked at the club Diamond Dogs at the time, and it was in walking distance, but I didn't walk. I had a SUV at the time, and a very reliable one. And my rent was $300 a month. Okay, did you hear me? $300 a month, and I parked in a lot that had regular trailers and stuff like that, and I would use a P.O. box, whatever. It was so, like, I had my own patio and everything. It was a real cramped place, but it was my first time living in RV freedom, you know, from living in an apartment, from living, having to deal with neighbors that are just above you, next to you, that play the loud music and all that stuff that comes with being in an apartment. I was happy, and my rent was so cheap, $300, and I stayed there for maybe 2 years. 2 years, yeah, 2 years, and that was fine. My expenses all together with my rent being 300 came up to $900 a month. At the time, I was getting child support. So, and then I had a boyfriend at the time. I made him pay the rent. I sure did. Yep. I was dating him, and he would come over most of the time. And I think we were only together for like 2 months or something like that. 3 months, 2 or 3 months we were together. He paid the month rent. So I was like living it up, like just relaxing, so comfortable, so free, not worried about bills. You can know how creative you can get and how happy you can be when you don't have to worry about bills. You focus on your child. I focused on my child. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people can't focus on their children because they're worried about working and hustling and busting and paying bills. Ain't nobody got time for that. And you wonder why your kids is coming out and not liking you and retarded and shit. That's why. Okay, so I always focus. I want to live for free. That's always been my focus, so that the money I get goes to me and my child, and you can save up much better. Okay, around that time, I had a financial advisor around that time, so I did 401k and all that investment money and stuff like that. And then I start thinking of investing in, you know, like gold and silver type stuff, right? I learned that from that boyfriend I had at the time, who explained to me and showed me physically how you're supposed to do that. But that's why I don't date guys who aren't older than me and who don't know more than me, or at least can teach me something. If you can't teach me nothing, there's no way we're going to get together, baby. Okay, seriously. So, I was happy and didn't have to worry about nothing. Then COVID hit. And right before COVID hit, I took my RV. My boyfriend, I had a new boyfriend. This boyfriend was a rich dude. And he took my RV and moved it because I was dealing with still some weirdo, like, peeping Toms. Like, it's like people in my neighborhood get obsessed with me. It's like no matter where, like, it's weird. Since I come back from Hawaii, this shit start. This shit didn't happen when I was in North Carolina, in Georgia, none of that stuff. It happened only when I was in Florida. Like, people in Florida are really fucked up. So he moved my RV to my friend's house, and I paid him $200 and parked it during COVID at his in his place, right? While utilizing his amenities like the kitchen, stove, and bathroom and stuff. All I did was plug in my electric, and that was it. And Actually, I didn't do that for the first month or so or two. Then I finally did it. But that was comfortable and cozy. We had fun. We did Easter egg hunts like in his yard. Like I bought us like a big blow up thing. We put water in it, stuff like that. Life was peaceful, okay, and calm. Not worried about paying bills. Didn't have to worry about driving my car because I sold it and I had a boyfriend to drive me around, and my friend would drive me around. And if my baby daddy was around, he would drive. I don't even want to be driving a car right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I really don't. I don't want to drive. I don't. I don't like driving a car. I don't. I mean, I don't like the responsibilities of having a car, putting gas in there, paying car insurance, renewing your registration. I hate that shit. I do. I don't like doing that. And I'm working on not doing that in the future. Okay, so you stay tuned. There will be a video when I'm no longer driving and somebody's gonna be driving me around. I'm dead up serious. Okay, or I'll just be, yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that, but because y'all don't need to be in my business. Anyway, the expenses have gone up since then, after COVID. I mean, well, every year. So from COVID, I had moved to another place, a beautiful place in Flagler, the perfect, ideal place. I really love that place. The neighborhood, everybody was perfect. Just nice people in Flagler. People are beautiful. They're nice. There is real community there. No, you don't feel racism in Flagler. I'm sorry, you don't. The people are really nice. When people have money, they are nicer. Poor people are the evil ones, okay? Because they have nothing to lose, okay? But lived there. The rent at that time went up to, I think when I first got there, it was like $489. Then it went to $5. It transitioned to $585. From $585, it went up to, by the time I left, after a year, it was like $635 or something like that. And then I moved to where I was living at after that, and that started right at $585. So you see they're like teetering, but every year it goes up steady at these parks. Now there are neighboring parks that start at that are at $1,200 right now, that didn't used to be at $1,200, but they're at $1,200 right now. Okay, so they're at $1,200 just to park your own home there, to utilize their amenities like the laundry and just like the tennis court and stupid shit like that. Like, that is not worth it, especially if it's not glamorous, because that shit is not glamorous. So all these parks, every year you go up. We are. So right now, the park that I'm at is at about $800. We just rounded to $800 because pretty much that's what you're going to spend. About $800. Okay, it includes the power. So when you include power, it fluctuates. So just round it to $800. So I went from $300 in RV rent in 2019 to 2025. I'm paying, actually it goes up this year. It goes up in July. So it's going to go up in July to $830, something like that. So as of 2025, it's going to be like $830. Okay. So let's just say $835. So think about that. Like, I just can't, there's no fucking way. The whole point in living this type of lifestyle is so that I don't have a whole bunch of fucking bills. I might as well go get a goddamn motherfucking apartment. They used to have it to where if you lived in an RV, you did not, like the one I had went to last, you pull in, you pay the month rent that you're going to be there for right there, which is month to month, and then you pay your deposit, which was like $250. That is it. You're in. There's no security deposit, last month rent. You're in. Now these places are asking for first month rent, last month rent, and a security deposit and application fee. Like, that is a lot. You see what I'm saying? I mean, most application fees is like $50. That's not the important part. It is the fact that all these things add up. You might should just go get in the motherfucking regular as apartment paying all these damn fees just to move something that's transient anyway. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. Something that you own that you have to maintain on your own. They're not going to maintain your shit for you. Like an apartment is going to do the maintenance on your stuff for you. You call the apartment complex, they come fix your shit. You have to call your own maintenance if shit pop off. Okay? And in some of these places, they have water problems. Their water be shut off. They're not going to help you like go down on the rent or nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? So that is the like kind of like the drawback from some of these places. But they're changing because it's becoming really popular now. That everyone wants to live in RVs because the cost of living is going up. So now, because it's now a hot commodity, everybody's trying to do it. Now it's saturated, and now it's no point. Everybody might as well just live in an apartment in a house. This shit is stupid. So the best thing is to just stop paying rent altogether. Just live in one of the class A's, B's, or C's. If you live in a class A, B, or C, you don't have to pay nobody nothing. But in some states, they're creating rules where you cannot do stealth parking. Like, you just can't, like, some of the Walmarts abandoning it, some of the, I'm not gonna say gyms because I haven't heard that. I know like Walmarts in certain places are banning people from like overnight stay if it's 24 hours. Okay, well Walmart's not 24 hours anymore any fucking way. You see what I'm saying? So they stopped that during COVID. So I don't know what happened between people who, you know, used to do that anyway in you know, between now and then. But now my expenses have gone up to, from altogether it used to be $900 a month, right? When my rent was $300. Then it went to $1,500 a month. Okay, so $1,500 a month. That is most people's rent. Like all my expenses together, like gas and all that stuff, $1,500 a month, which is still not bad. You see what I'm saying? But you have to consider and factor in the cost of food has gone up and the cost of gas has gone up. So all those things, like, I don't know, it's like, it's kind of like the luxuries that you used to have, you have to cut back on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to listen to commercials. It stresses me out. Like the YouTube commercial, I've always paid for my YouTube. I don't want to listen to the commercial on YouTube. You're not going to get a YouTube commercial while I hate those. I hate commercials. I don't do that. It fucks with me. It gives me anxiety. I don't need to hear, hey, do you want to take this pill for such and so at $10.99? Maybe Medicare. Oh, AARP. That shit, why I need that in my fucking head? So I pay, like, even that's going up. YouTube used to be like $8.99, $9.99, $10.99, $11.99. Now it's like $14.99 just to stop commercials, to subscribe to YouTube. You see what I'm saying? That's a whole nother expense. But I need that for my mental health. Like, I can't listen to commercials. That bring onsets anxiety, and like, because I'm sensitive to energies. I don't need to be, I got other thoughts in my mind that's personal that I want to focus on. I don't need to hear some outside thing talking about AARP or some stupid shit about, have you done this and da da da, you should purchase this. I don't, no thank you. Like, then you have all these subscriptions like Amazon Prime, Netflix, Zeus Network, which is my favorite, is $6.99. I am not getting rid of that. You have what else do you have? You have you know, you use your family stuff. That's the base. Like, I use my sister's Disney and stuff like that, you know, but sometimes they don't be paying their stuff. So you're out of luck if they don't do their part. So whatever, you gotta find creative ways to like get around like penny pinching. Seriously, because the key is to have all your money to yourself and in your pocket. That is always my goal. Okay, and so I don't like to look at commercials and stuff like, ooh, I want to buy that. Ooh, let me go buy that shirt. Like, I don't do that stuff. I think I wore, when I had my most money, I wore some shoes that had a hole in it. And I was making like $15,000 every 5 weeks. And I wore the same shoes. I didn't care. My sister was like, you need to get you some new shoes. You need to get, I'm like, well, I don't want no new shoes. I'm okay with this. I don't go to wear these. I'll wear this at the gym. I was not trying to look cute. I'm sorry, I don't care. Like when I'm on a mission to save my money and have like money goes, all that extra shit, superficial shit goes out the door. I will wear the same shit over and over every day if I have to. I'm sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't need to buy nothing. If the clothes don't got holes in it, what's the point? So I'm an ultimate minimalist. Let's not forget that. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. I am the ultimate minimalist. Clutter, stuff, and things stress me out. I cannot handle it. They actually done a research study saying that for women, clutter actually raises their cortisol levels. Okay, and it does. That's a fact. Okay, so when my daughter began all this clutter and shit, I'd be like, get this shit out of my face. I don't want to see. It's too much stuff. It stresses me out because my brain needs order and structure. Everything has its place. So when you're in a small space, like RV, you need to keep everything organized. You want to know where everything's at. You see what I'm saying? I hate having things to lose. That means that's one more thing to stress about. I do not want no type of stress. I want to stay looking young forever because that's a half of y'all look older than what you're supposed to because you stress over a whole bunch of stupid shit you shouldn't be stressing over, okay? Cortisol is one of the number one killers too, and cancer causing agents, and I ain't got time for it, okay? We even learned that in massage school. Like when I really seen what cortisol do to you, like the book form of it, I was like, I'm not signing up for that. I'm serious. There ain't nothing gonna put me in an early grave. That's like, get the fuck out of here. When you can balance that shit. No subscribing to drama. Now, back to the my expenses now, $1,500. That's about to change. I don't even want to pay $1,500 for nothing. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. So with the rent going up this year, that would mean it'll probably be like $1,800 and stuff. Just because every year everything goes up. And you know what? If maybe I'm not doing my calculations right, I could probably round that to $1,600 or $1,650 or $1,800. We could just round it to $2,000 and say it went from $300 to $2,000. Because at one point it was $2,000. It was $2,000 when I had my business. I was renting space, which is still affordable. You know what I mean? Because if all my expenses came up to $2,000, most people still paying their rent is $2,000. You see what I'm saying? They start at $1,500 to $2,000. That shit is not realistic to me, and I refuse. So the key right now is to not be paying bills. Seriously, and work little. Work as little as I can. My number one job is to be a mother, and that should be most mothers' priorities. Children. They even have some learning tools for your children if you want to homeschool them. It is the easiest thing. There is no excuse. It's called Time for Learning. Okay. I'm serious, Time for Learning, and they teach you more. They teach the kids more stuff on there than they do in school. Now the curriculum, I mean the subscription would be $30 a month if you want to do homeschool while doing the RV life or becoming a nomad. You see what I'm saying? That's another price point you're gonna have to add in your living expenses. Now, if you want to add extra curriculum on there, they have these additional fees. I think it's like a whole nother 30 or 50 because it's a major feature where you can teach your child any language that you want them to on that same site. It's called Time for Learning. Okay, time and then the number 4, learning. My daughter likes it. She loves it. That's how she learned certain things that they don't even teach at school. Seriously. Like, even money was taught on there. So I think that's something you could consider. Like, if you really want to go off the grid living type shit, prepare for the zombie apocalypse type stuff. I don't know. But, yeah. But it's just amazing how things have changed since I started this lifestyle. It's definitely gone up. And half of you probably thinking, why are you complaining? That's not as much as what I'm paying. Okay, yes, I get it. But listen, I still have to maintain like my bathroom if there has water damage, and like if certain features stop working on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that comes all out of my pocket, and that stuff isn't cheap. That's why I don't date guys who are not handymen, because if they're not going to be helpful and useful, what do I need them in my life for? Because you ain't getting nothing over here. So that's all I want to say. If you guys have any questions about being a minimalist or being an RVer, a full-time RVer, or preparing for doomsday, or when the power grid goes out, when and if it does, hit me up, because y'all probably need some help. Okay, especially y'all men who's out here and you're not on your shit. You're gonna look stupid and it's gonna be embarrassing. And don't come over here.